Mayong buntag, mga kahigalaan. This is Kenneth Jan M. Calda. I'm here in front of you to report on the subject Remedial Instruction in English. So this is my given topic. Learn the importance of teaching aids, teaching materials, and activities. So let's move onwards. What is teaching aids and teaching materials? In teaching language, teaching aids played a very important role since individuals have the tendency to forget. With the proper use of such aids, they can be helped to remember the lessons permanently and motivate them to learn better. As we all know, there are different types of learners that we had in a classroom setting, wherein some are good has good in retention when it comes to visual. They're also good in kinesthetic, auditory, scribble, trust, teach, and copy. So we have a diverse type of learners in a classroom setting. So in order for us to provide the students' needs, we also have to adapt and to make ways so that they can learn easily by the help of teaching aids and teaching materials. So what is the difference between teaching aids and teaching materials? Teaching aids are tools and equipment used to supplement the classroom instruction and enhance the students' interest, while teaching materials only serve to catalyze the effective instruction. So it is clearly stated the difference between teaching aids and teaching materials. So for teaching aids, this will help the students to retain more concepts, motivate properly, develop proper engagement, and complete example. And by this, these are the types of examples for teaching aids: visual aids, audio aids, and visual audio aids. While for teaching materials, some examples are printed materials, storybooks, s- students writing, video, and else. So teaching materials are more quietly um, supporting materials for the teaching aids. So moving onwards. So what is teaching? The whole concept of teaching is built around the premise of communicating an idea. Communication has three important parts to it: the sender, the message or information being conveyed, and the receiver. It is important that as a teacher, you generate the interest in the students. So as what I have just said a while ago, there are different types of learners. They retain knowledge and information in different ways. So you as an facilitator, instructor, you must tend to adopt their ways of learning by giving them the necessary tools for them to acquire the knowledge. Teacher training course, the new teaching aid. As a trained teacher, you can be a model, narrator, singer, dancer, friend, and a role player. And when you assume this roles in classroom, it helps the students engage actively in the class. It also makes them more alert and efficient learners in the class. So you as a facilitator, you must know how to deal with your students, and you should be also relevant to what you are teaching to your student. So when we say that when you give activities, you should also it should be also lively and interactive, and it must be dapat swak siya sa edad sa mga students. So if mga activities, dapat inline po siya. So how teaching aids help the students? Teaching aids plays a key role in helping to create effective teaching and learning environments. They directly address the five senses, so the chances of forgetting are less and the learning process is more effective. Teaching materials and teaching aids in the modern current context. In the era of technology, the process of teaching and learning is also driven by the latest technology. Now, a teacher makes use of modern teaching materials since it directly involves the students. Thus, teaching aids makes lesson more memorable and enjoyable. So, as we know that we are in a new era wherein modern teaching is being presented. So, for example, PowerPoint. The teacher nowadays presented their lessons through PowerPoint to the students or by giving them video presentation and etc. So by this will help those kids that are having time of listening. They are more likely to retain knowledge by visuals. So through this could help them retain the knowledge that they are in needed. So moving on. Teaching aids enable the students to enjoy active class participation as they can relate the topic to situations occurring in their life. Teaching aids help to develop proper image in their minds and creating an interesting atmosphere. So, I have provided to you guys some supplementary videos to widen more your knowledge about this furthermore with this discussion. Just click the link that indicates please watch and it will directly hyperlink you to the YouTube site. So, thank you for listening.